Okay, hi, my name is Oliver Ward. We're back for episode number 2 in my series, How to Edit Wedding Videos. In this video, we're just talking about importing your footage into the project and creating proxies. Proxies, if you don't know, are smaller versions of your footage that run a lot better in your editing software. And when you're editing at volume, which weddings are, you go through a ton of footage in weddings, you want to make sure that everything is really easy for your system to use. Otherwise, you're going to run into a lot of lag, which is, when you're hitting your space bar and trying to move your playhead and things are just churning and moving really, really slowly. You don't want that. It's going to be super frustrating when you're trying to speed through an edit. So I always recommend you create proxies no matter how advanced your system is, especially when you start adding color and effects. It's just way better to work with proxies. It's a really good habit to get into. So today I'm just going to show you how I input the footage into Premiere Pro and how simple it is to create proxies. So we'll jump right in. I'm going to work with a wedding that was shot for my company by other wedding videographers, and so you'll kind of just see what the folder looks like and then how I import that into Premiere Pro. So Nicolina wedding right here, that's the folder. I jump in. So what you can see here is what was delivered to me from the wedding videographers. I have an audio folder. Jason is one of the videographers, Luke is the other. These are the different cards that Jason shot on. And then here's the different cards that Luke shot on. Luke also did some aerials for me. And then I manually create another folder called Proxies. You can hit Shift Command N to create a new folder. And I just write Proxies, and you want to create that. I've already created those, so I'm gonna delete that. Other folder I always create is a save folder. So again, Shift Command N makes a new folder, and then I just make a save folder. So that's what the folder looks like on my desktop, and now I'm gonna bring it into Premiere Pro and make some proxies. And again, I realize that these aren't fun or exciting tutorials, but it's kind of the backbone of your project. And if you don't set up these good habits, you end up in a world of hurt in the future. Slap. So it's just really important to get these fundamentals out of the way. So just pop into Premiere Pro. I'm gonna go over to New Project. And then I always name my projects just like I name my files, name of the client, and then the date that the wedding was. So in this case, it's gonna be Nicolina, and then the date was February is 02, the day was 29, the year was 2020, and there I've got a unique save name for Nicolina. And so then I'm gonna just browse, get to the project folder, and then just click on save, and then I'm gonna choose that and save right there. And then the next thing that I do is on this new project tab, you see right here, you got general, scratch disk, then you have ingest settings. And this is the magic, because back in the day, it took a long time to make proxies. Now almost everything's automated. It's really great. So you're gonna go click on ingest, and then on this drop-down menu here, you wanna go to create proxies. Then you're gonna go to presets, and now there's a lot of different presets here. You can kind of experiment what works for you. From my research and what I've been doing lately and what works really well for me is I like to use ProRes medium resolution. I just find with my Mac and my 2020 Premiere, this is the preset that works the best for me. Again, it all depends. If you have a slower system, you might wanna go to the low resolution. I've got a pretty decent system, so I'm gonna stick with ProRes medium resolution. And then proxy destination, again, that's why we created that proxy folder. I like to just have everything neatly done in folders. I don't like the computer making choices for me. So I go down to choose location, and then again, I'm gonna go to my proxies location that I created, click on that and hit choose. And that's it. So then after that, you're gonna hit OK and create this new project. There we go, we got a blank project here. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring in all that footage, and then the system's gonna start creating proxies for us. So how do you do that? You can go up to File and go down to Import, or you can hit Command I. I like learning all the shortcuts. Part of being a fast editor is learning your shortcuts. So anytime you're doing something, always look, it'll show you the shortcuts right there on the page. And I would just highly recommend look for the shortcut, and then don't use this import button. Instead, go back and use the shortcuts and start training yourself every single time. Every time you can learn a shortcut, you're gonna get faster and faster and faster. And all those tiny seconds that you save end up turning into hours of saved time, which makes you a faster and better editor. So shortcuts, really important. So now I'm gonna import this footage. I go back to the source folder, the Nicolina, here we go. And what I'm gonna do is just drag in the footage that I need and the audio. I'll click on Luke, I'll hold down Shift, I'll go down to JSON SSD. That's all my assets, footage / audio. And then I'm gonna click import. And you're gonna see when I hit import, because we said create proxies, you're gonna see what the computer's gonna do on its own. So I'm importing the files, they pop in, and then as it's ingesting the file, you'll see Media Encoder pops up. And Media Encoder is like the brother or the cousin to Premiere Pro, and Media Encoder is going to take all that footage there, and then it starts creating smaller proxy versions of the footage. And as you can see there, it's all ingesting, it's doing this automatically. Then it's going to start running and creating all this project. At this point, usually I'll walk away, make a cup of coffee, have lunch, because it does take a while. So we'll just fast forward, pretend all that happened with movie magic. Okay, so you finished your coffee, had your lunch, you went for your run, you did your little workout, whatever it is that you wanted to do to pass the time. The computer has now done all the work for you, and now you're gonna get ready to edit. I'm not gonna show you any of my editing in this video. I'm just gonna show you the magic of proxies and how you turn them on and off. So I'm gonna grab my first clip here, right click on it, new sequence from clip. And so here we have some footage here of Nicolina getting married in the snow. So what I just brought in there is the source footage. That's the raw footage from the Blackmagic camera. It's gonna be very large file, super laggy if I start coloring it. What you want right here is this little icon, toggle proxies. If you don't have that, I've just taken it away. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go over to this plus button right here, and then you're gonna find those two little boxes that look like they're doing a dance together, which for some reason I cannot see. Are you faster than me? There it is, toggle proxies. And then you're just gonna grab that with your mouse and you're gonna drag it down into your little toolbar here. And there you go. So now when you're editing, you're gonna hit toggle proxies. When this is blue, now your system is connected to your proxies, which means that you're gonna be able to scrub through this footage super fast. You'll be able to fast forward through the footage. And this is what you want when you're culling the footage, when you're paring it all down. You want to be able to scrub through things really fast, find your best clips, put them into your sequences, and then get ready to edit the wedding. That's it, that's all. That's how easy it is to create proxies and how to organize your footage. In the next video, we're gonna jump right in and we're gonna start culling the footage. We're gonna start looking through every single clip and deciding what we want for the final edit. I've got a really, really nice system that's incredibly fast. It's a really good way to do this that I learned from another YouTuber that I'm gonna share with you, and I'll give a shout out to him because when I learned this trick, it like changed the way I edited and probably made me 1 billion times faster. That's a rough estimate. Maybe it was just twice as fast, but it feels like 1 billion times faster. So I'm gonna share that secret with you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you over there.